Yeah.
So more vault hunting. I mean, I still haven't played the first Borderlands, but like, I guess it's not really necessary.
No, the
It's not
Borderlands
necessary.
is
It's got
kinda-
some fun DLCs, but that's about it.
So me and Chad's been playing a lot of Squad lately.
Yeah, it's
Why?
it's fun. Surprisingly, I didn't think
It's surprisingly fun, yeah.
What is the
Yeah.
squad?
it's a
All right,
mill
you know,
sim.
like Insurgency, like it's a mill sim, but
Okay.
picture Insurgency, but mixed with like Battlefield, like the game.
Okay.
And Arma.
Like it's just
Before we
large
continue,
scale.
Chad, can I get you saying it instead of him? I don't believe anything he says
I wouldn't
anymore.
say it's like Battlefield. I'd say it's like Insurgency, like kind of gunplay, but mixed with like Arma. I mean, it's basically Arma, if you know that.
All right, thank you.
Right,
It's
but
fun,
like the
though.
game modes are like big, like you capture the objective and like capture the flag, and you got vehicles and tanks and
Forward operating bases.
squad spawning and yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But it's
some
a mill sim.
people get
No Arma.
sometimes people get mad. Like this one guy was like, "My squad lead 4 is a complete," and I ain't gonna say the rest. He just went off on this.
Oh,
man.
I'll say the rest. He is a complete and fucking utter failure in life or something like.
Yeah, he
like
went on. He just kept going. He kept going when he's
Yeah.
alive. When the round ended, and like the whole team can hear each other, he just kept going.
He was
So,
just like going on and on.
So how much
and
is this?
on. I don't know. I got it. I bought it during the sale for like $5, and then I also got it for free through Humble Bundle. Not really free, but like I got an extra copy of it. So I don't
Oh,
really
so you
know.
gave the extra copy to Chad.
Yeah, because I know he's in the mill sims.
It is 40
All right.
bucks.
Yeah, it's 40
Yeah,
bucks.
okay,
I
right
thought
now.
it was 30.
On sale, it's like 10 or 15. Like we could cast some of it. Like it's pretty entertaining.
Plug casted.
We have no idea what we're doing because like obviously with squad, it's based around squads, and it's either you join a squad or you become a squad leader and lead a squad. And so me and like Chad were taking turns being squad lead. We have no idea what we're doing. Like we went into like this training server that was literally just like a playground, and we just started testing stuff and figuring out how to build things because you could like there's base building and shit.
Yeah, and
like,
Pack Blast is real.
Pack Blast is very
I don't
real.
know. I don't know why one would think it's not real, but it's real.
It's a myth. I thought it was a myth. No, like literally, like he was about to fire an RPG at like a mountainside, and I just stood behind him, and I'm like, "You wouldn't. It ain't gonna do shit." Dies. Like it was bad.
Yeah, all that crap that comes out of the pack, it ain't it hurts.
It ain't nothing.
So what I'm hearing is Bill got like completely devastated.
Yeah.
I had
to patch him up.
I left him up. Easy.
Yeah, whenever you die, you can get like revived. I guess like you shouldn't be like respawning too much because like you don't have that many tickets. But
yeah, like I think you have like a total of about 200 tickets, but the games last
game mode.
an hour, so
yeah.
So it's more
it's more sustained combat.
Tactical.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong. Tactical.
Of course.
It's not as tactical as fucking Insurgency though, because Insurgency has like a lot of detail. Like if you double tap reload, you'll do a fast reload, but throw away the mag. You know, you can check the magazine, all the
your mag out.
Right, like all the cool attachments and shit. Like Squad doesn't
really
have any of that, but Squad's a lot more like focused, and it's like game modes and stuff, and like larger scale.
So it's more EVP relevant, while Insurgency is definite, as it sounds.
Yeah, PvE, yeah. It's a lot like that. Also, like the people in Squad are actually pretty friendly, all things considering. I remember we got taken under the wing of like a tank commander.
Yeah, we joined armor division our first day in the British Army.
Yeah, and we just
I see where y'all went wrong.
Yeah, like I mean, we lost the game, and it was kind. I wouldn't say it was our fault, but like
I don't. Our
we
our like
fought.
unit came under a lot of flack by the rest of our team. Like, what is our armor doing? But like, we were on like a hillside pounding the point like with our guns, but it was dangerous.
Yeah, there's just like too much. Like they were in too deep of cover. You know, like if they had enemy armor, it would have been better because we would have, you know. But they
Seen.
had like infantry, which is I wouldn't
Yeah,
say harder
in
to
an urban
like.
environment, like what we're not meant
Yeah,
to deal with.
right. Like we needed the infantry support.
Yeah, which our squad lead said. It's like we had no support. But, I just
Yeah.
got relegated to doing transport duty, so I just took people to the front. But I got orders to hold position. We just held with that gun until we lost, because we bled points fast after that.
Yeah, I just started charging in like a madman with my fake.
I saw that.
Actually, I got a couple kills.
I don't know. Whenever the firefights happen, I just like
I don't
most
know where
time
they're
you have
coming
no
from.
clue where it's coming from.
Yeah, like when you feel in control, it's pretty cool. Like when we were like our first day when we were like attacking that town from like the hillside and we were like looking around and stuff. You know, like I felt like that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
it
does it
normally doesn't
like
work out like that.
is it like just set up to be like multiple days or feel like multiple days?
It feels like multiple days, but it's not really set up.
Yeah. I don't think there's like a time cycle.
It's more like it's like the matches take an hour. You have an hour to bleed the enemy tickets. Like Battlefield, like that sort of game mode. Capture points, it bleeds tickets. Every time it respawns, spends a tickets. But you shouldn't be respawning very often into this game, like we said.
Yeah.
Like I said, we could like cast it sometime, but like it's fun experience, I suppose.
Yeah. You can
When I
also
finish
whip
run
and Nene in it, so that's
Yes, if you're the squad leader has Nene privileges.
what can they do?
whip and Nene.
And or Nene.
And
No. I want this in full detail because I missed it.
they can whip
Oh,
and Nene.
the commander has Nene.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't know how else to describe. Like they have Nene.
Like he could just like he could do hand signals just like that.
and like there's like leaning, so you're just whipping a Nene all
Yeah.
over the battlefield, giving your squad
Hopefully they
orders.
have like flossing.
As
Squad
like
lead better orders, and he just starts flossing.
just like oh good.
God.
I hope so.
Don't hit me with that floss.
I'll
I'd
hit you
like
with it.
I'd floss.
I couldn't. I can't handle it.
Has anyone seen anything on Control, or whatever that game's called?
What?
That
I
game,
didn't hear you.
Control.
I really want to play it because like I'm not the biggest Remedy fan, but Max Payne is like one of my favorite series of games, and so
We're back onto this dilemma again.
I don't know. It looks cool. I was thinking about getting it, but I already got like, whatever that monkey game is, so I didn't get it. Ancestors.
The monkey.
Yeah, I'm learning how to go along, but it's a little slow for me.
honestly. So yeah, I heard like it like takes a long time to go through the years. I would like to see like some like cast of that though. That sounds fun.
Yeah, last I was trying to do is make a spear, but like I really cannot get the timing down. Or I say spear, a sharpened stick. But
Yeah, you like smash it with a rock or something, right?
yeah, just like the timing I can't get right, so I just always destroy the stick. Like there ain't nothing left.
Ooh, could you imagine if we got on Spotify?
I'll get
You
it
can
someday.
literally publish anything to Spotify.
I know, but like, could you imagine like getting
Like
it
we
on?
could just publish this to Spotify.
Yeah, all the links.
I hope so.
iTunes.
Yeah, just link it to a few places. Yeah. Well, we gotta like
Vinyl,
review
we're
it and
distributing it on
everything
vinyl.
first.
Oh yeah. We said we're doing it on vinyl. Doing it on vinyl.
Of course.
It's for the
We'll
radio.
do like our best one, yeah. Yeah, when we go to radio.
Yeah, 'cause, they just play the vinyl
Right.
of it.
Yeah.
Do you think a vinyl? It had to be on both sides. When I don't think a vinyl could have an hour.
It can.
I mean, it's like 35, 40 minutes each side.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Like it would have to be on both sides.
you can get it all on one side.
You'd be squeezing it on there though. So it's like, what's the fun?
Look,
you,
if you're
what
buying
would,
the vinyl,
what would
if
be
you're
on the
buying the
B side?
vinyl, we can take out the sponsorship ad.
I see. 20 minutes of ads.
Yeah, brother.
Christ.
What would be on the B side though?
It'll be
All
2
the sponsorship
podcasts.
ads,
Oh, they want to listen to that.
if they want them. Yeah.
I think we should.
Oh
they-
my God.
they
Just
obviously
the ads taken out of context.
Yeah.
Just all the soundboard clips taken out of context.
Yes.
If you want a piece, we'll also to the people who buy 100 copies of it, we'll give them a piece of still phrase PC to them.
You're just gonna destroy a part of his computer.
Just so he
Here's
loses
a,
the.
here's a sound card.
Oh, I see how it is.
Can you imagine having to buy a podcast every week?
That'd be weird. Well, that's why we have ads, but you can pay to have the ad-free version, which is like 10 minutes. Oh.
Yeah, pay to have no ads, which you can probably
Pay to have
skip
no shit.
by buying like a $30 vinyl.
Alright, top tips for Fortnite. Get ready to drop with our handy beginner tips, and it's just John Wick flossing. Alright. Wait as long as you can before you jump out of the battle bus, number 1. Resist the urge to exit the bus ASAP. Alright, number 2. Find yourself an assault rifle or an SMG. Good for even if you're inexperienced. Collect building materials as you go. Watch out for the killer fall damage, and it's just some dude just doming him, killing himself. Build before you heal where possible. And default dance.
Man, those were some Garbo tips.
I was gonna say, honestly, to just play the game. Lol.
Yeah, like no loot lake, like what?
No loot lake. I'm about to head out.
I don't even think
Honestly.
Loot Lake's on the map anymore.
That's how long ago I played.
All the kids talking about Tilted.
Can
So
someone
there's
bring up
always
an
gonna be
updated Fortnite map and tell us all the named locations, please?
Yeah, I'll bring it up. Season 10?
Yeah, Season X. Get it right.
No,
Alright,
it's
I'm
season 10.
enhancing.
They're not that cool.
Oh.
There's Junk Junction, Haunted Hills, The Block, Pleasant Park, Pointy Pitch, Viking Village, Snobby Shores, Greasy Grove, the Grove,
Ooh.
Happy Hamlet, Polar Peak, Frosty Flights, Tilted Towers, iconic, Loot Lake. Loot Lake's on this map.
Oh wow, I thought Loot Lake was
Moldy,
dead.
Yeah, I thought it
Moldy Motel.
lifted. Well, no, I think it lifted up into the sky, and I guess they just dropped it.
Maybe Real Ruins, Lazy Lagoon, Risky Reels, Tomato Temple, which is right next to Versatile Volcano, Walking Woods, Sunny Steps, Dusty Divot and Depot, Floaty Field, Salty Springs, Shifty Shafts, kinda innuendo, but Flesh Factory, Lucky Landing, Fatal Fields, I don't know if I already said that, Anarchy Acres, Moisty Mire, Paradise Palms,
Moist.
and Prominent Prison and Lonely Lodge. And QB Cube is on this map, but I don't know. This is I don't know if this is official or not. I just kind of picked the first one I saw, to be honest.
I mean, it
That's fair.
sounds close enough. Like honestly, like I recognize
sounds
2 of
official.
those.
It's
I
official.
remember Tomato Temple being a thing when I left, but I mean, I hadn't played much. I played like once here and there.
I would
haven't
say
played
you want to go
Fortnite.
play Fortnite, but I don't even have it installed.
Yeah, I don't either. Apex is
Why
just
would it-
better.
You wanna go play
Wow.
Apex?
I need to update it
Out and
after
have it.
after we leave the studio.
Bill, do you still not have it installed?
No, I just
He
not
still
my
doesn't.
thing.
Not
Oh,
about
oh,
being the bros.
Did I?
So what do you think of the new like Lion King and all?
I haven't seen it.
Disney
haven't-
just remastering their old film?
Have only seen Beauty and the Beast because that's the only one I ever cared about.
And how was it compared to the
Alright.
original?
Like compared, it was the same thing, just live action.
Was Gaston
nothing new.
Was he a Chad?
Gaston was a Chad.
All right, I just
Gaston's what we all aspire to be.
honestly.
I think he's gay, but
Well,
Well,
I don't know,
of
it's
course
too
he,
good. I heard it's like
gay.
that's it.
That's what he wants.
it's like the women want me, the men also want me.
No, the men want to be him.
No, they want him.
The men are him.
The men and him are one.
Ah,
Yeah, the men in
They're manly men. They're men in tight. Tight.
So they're doing Super Size Me too.
No, I just got stuck on Robin Hood Men in Tights. We need to watch that, though,
I have yet to watch that. Yeah,
Yeah, need to watch it.
the new Rambo is out this month.
they're making another Rambo.
Last one is called Last Blood.
Is it still gonna have Sylvester, right?
Yeah.
Well,
They need to stop making them. in my
yeah.
opinion.
Apparently it's the last one.
That's
I
what
mean,
they
how
always
many,
say.
How many more can Sylvester Stallone do?
Like -2. He shouldn't have done some of them.
I mean, they're still making Rocky movies.
As I say, when
technically.
are we gonna marathon Rocky and Creed?
Hopefully it's
John, watch the Doom
never
movie.
ends.
The Doom
I've
with
seen it.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yes,
Yeah,
I've seen it when I was young.
it was bad.
So,
don't.
all right, so here's a
Oh,
movie.
the
Here's
first
a
person
movie.
part's cool.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome. Here's a movie named The Death of Dick Long.
Is that a real movie, or are you
That's
pitching
a
that
real
name?
movie. 82% on Rotten Tomatoes. It isn't out yet.
When does it come out and what is it about?
Comes out-
Hit us up with these deeds, man.
Comes out September 27th. Holy crap, Dick is dead. Died last night after band practice and his bandmate Z. Don't want anybody finding out how. That's too bad though, because news travels from a small Alabama town, and these guys suck at covering their tracks. The authorities haven't ID'd the body just yet, but Zeke's wife and his daughter are suspicious. Starring Michael Abbott, Virginia Newcomb, and Andre Highland.
Speaking of movies, what's everyone's take on the Joker movie that's coming out?
We're seeing it.
Oh, we are seeing it, but I mean, do you think it'll be good? I
Yeah.
don't know. Apparently, it has really good reviews already, but
Yeah. I heard it'd be good.
It's
mean,
Lee Joker.
the actor, like Joaquin Phoenix or whatever. I don't know how you say his name.
Yeah.
He seems like it'll be good. I don't know if it'll be like better than Heath Ledger though. Kind of a
I don't
high
know. The
bar.
thing about it is that, like, I mean, all the Jokers have done this pretty much. Like, it's a lot different. Like, this is pretty close to the comics, but like closer than the other ones. But
Heath Ledger one was
it's-
fairly close.
I don't think
Possibly,
so.
possibly the best Joker performance of all time.
It has.
It is.
In my opinion.
I never
been the
liked
best
that
Joker so
movie
far.
that much.
The
I
Dark
enjoyed
Knight.
the acting.
What was it called?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's it.
Like, I'm not even like a Batman fan. It was pretty good.
I don't know. It was okay.
Oh.
I like. Didn't like. I guess like, how do you say it? The movie itself.
Huh.
But it was alright. I didn't like lot of what they did.
I felt like there was a lot of villains in it though. Like everyone was in it. It seemed like when Two-Face, Bane. Wasn't Two-Face in that movie, or was that
Yeah,
another movie?
Two-Face was Bane. I don't think so. Bane was the next movie.
You're right. You're right.
But yeah, it was like Joker and Two-Face, who were like not this, like not even like. I mean, they don't really do much together in comics or no thing. So what do you think about Spider-Man coming out of the MCU?
Is that like?
They're back in talks again, so he may not be out, but he
I
most
don't know
likely.
if I don't know if I'd mind. I mean, I like Spider-Man. He's
Been
my
the
favorite.
best Spider-Man so far.
I'm holding out for my boy Toby.
Honestly,
Toby
people say Toby's not a good Spider-Man.
was alright.
I don't know. I still like
The
him.
thing about me is that like I'm kind of biased. Like I don't like young Spider-Man. Like just
I
as like
get
a
he's
character
like
that much.
I get he's supposed to be young though, but like
Right. Like I always liked older, like more adult Peter Parker, young, just
Like,
like
if they were gonna
in
do
general.
adult Peter Parker,
Toby.
they should have started at the very beginning of the story every single time.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly.
Uncle Ben about to
like
catch
if
him.
you're gonna do the adult Peter Parker, don't say this like it's happening to him when he's 22. That's just not.
Yeah, and then like the one time they don't show it, he's like the youngest he's ever been.
Yeah, and it made
But
perfect sense. Like, we don't need to know the story. We've already seen it 4 times.
yeah, it happened a bit. Yeah, it's not like Iron Man where like nobody knew who he was.
Better take that back.
Nobody knew who Iron Man was
The
before the
true
movie.
nerd knew who he was.
Oh yeah, like he's not like an unknown figure like nerd culture, but like to general audiences, they still didn't. Like it's so surprising to me that the face of Marvel right now is Iron Man. Like that's like such a weird thing compared to like how he was like this time like no like 12 years ago. It's like everyone hated Iron Man. I don't
I
like
mean,
Iron Man
I was
that
gonna say
much. I don't think.
he's like a questionable figure.
Yeah, I don't like him like just as a character. He just seems like an asshole.
Yeah,
But I mean that's kind of
basically
his
is.
point. Yeah, but I mean he's the face of everything now. So what are you gonna do? Even Spider-Man likes Iron Man. Like I don't know.
I don't really care. Like either way.
And I love the way they were going with the MCU too, with Spider-Man.
Yeah, like I don't know what they're doing. Like,
Did you not?
what do you mean? What?
Like, no, that's a part of the comics. Like,
What? Him and
Spider-Man
getting
does
his
take over.
identity?
Yeah.
Yeah,
After
I
his
know.
identity comes out, he takes over the Avengers.
Yeah, but I don't know like what story arc they're going towards. You know what I
They were
mean?
going for the next Avengers.
Like New Avengers.
It. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't know if they're doing like I don't know, not Secret Empire, but
Secret Wars.
no, Secret Wars would be cool, but I don't think they're gonna do it.
They could still do Secret Wars.
They can't do Secret Wars without Doctor Doom and Galactus.
Well,
and
they got
they have to roll them in first.
they got Fantastic Four, so they could easily do.
They
Secret
have the rights, but they haven't started rolling them in. I think it's just that would be like their next thing. Like once Fantastic Four is established, once Doctor Doom is an established villain, I
Doctor
really
Doom's
want them
getting
to.
his own movie.
I really want that would be amazing, but I really
No,
want
he
them to
is.
start.
Like, it's been confirmed. He's getting his own
I
movie.
want them to like start keeping their villains though, because they all die. Like how is
Well,
Spider-Man supposed to? Doctor Doom
Doom.
can't die. I just don't know how like they're gonna have Spider-Man with his like rogues gallery of villains that he faces all the time if they die and his the only one that hasn't is Vulture, but literally anyone else related to Spider-Man's just dead, and like every other hero as well. Like I don't know.
I was waiting for the Deadpool Spider-Man team up.
I hope they don't like I don't like the Deadpool movies, but I do think Ryan Reynolds does an alright job portraying him, and like I I like I hope they don't like change that. Like it's just Ryan Reynolds again for like the third time, and he like isn't different at all. I hope they bring Hugh Jackman in for like Old Man Logan.
They're not.
Like I don't want him to be young Wolverine, but
No, Old Man Logan.
they
I
need
know
it.
what you're talking about.
Like if they, because for the past few years, I think they've done something with him now, but like in the comics, like Old Man Logan is the Wolf.
No.
Because
Like in the
normal
comics,
Logan is
Old
like
Man
dead.
Logan is like
Wow.
psycho.
Oh yeah, like he just. Well, like he
Like-
wasn't always like he was a pacifist, and then like he just snapped, and he's like,
No,
"Ah,
like he has one of the Infinity Stones.
yeah, yeah, like he's just like a keeper of the stuff, and then like his like younger counterpart's been dead for like a couple of years, and now he's like back from the dead, and it's like, oh shit, what's going on? Like nobody really knows. I don't know, like the comic line of Marvel is frantically trying to like rebuild itself because it essentially went to shit as soon as the movies took off,
Yeah.
and it's just like, I hope it gets good because DC's been killing it. Like their comics are amazing right now. But yeah, now if the movies was better, that'd be great.
Did that
With the
Teen
new
Titan
Joker,
thing ever come out?
Which one?
I feel
don't
like
know,
they
the live
canceled
action
it.
one.
I
didn't,
know
I
what
didn't
you're
like the
talking
TV
about.
series.
I didn't like hear anything about it after I got like first.
It was a
announced.
TV series. It was actually quite decent.
They already did it. I
Yeah.
heard it was alright, but I thought like they.
Like it got a second season.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm looking at like on like Rotten Tomatoes, like I don't know who's good. Or like what TV shows are certified good. Legion? Isn't that like an X-Men TV show?
What, Legion?
Yeah.
Not sure.
It's got like an X in the title. Like, you know, the
think
X.
Legion might have been a part of X-Men.
Oh, let me look
Like
at it.
it may be. I think it might be an X-Men story arc. Not 100% sure.
Yeah, I'm like reading like the synopsis and like it's just some dude with voices and it's not. Oh. And then like the last sentence, a team of specialists who possess a unique and extreme. Yeah, that's X-Men.
I'm looking at IMDb's list for 2018 movies, and apparently there's a movie called Sherlock Gnomes, and thankfully it has a low Metascore.
You want to watch it?
I don't know if I do. It's directed by John Stevenson. It stars
Yeah.
Johnny Depp.
You guys want to watch The Boys? Look at that. They go on Johnny Depp.
The new Predator movie also did not do good.
It was alright.
Apparently,
it's like 5.5 stars and it's 48 Metascore.
apparently,
critically,
like
it did not do well.
season 1 of The Twilight Zone has like a 75% critic rating and only a 40% audience score.
And what is that? The new Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
I don't know, I think a movie can be like objectively good, but like not entertaining, or like audiences won't like it. Because I know a lot of people like disregard critic scores, but like I don't know.
I don't like critic score.
I feel like there's still like something to consider.
I think audience scores though are like more indicative of what's good.
I wouldn't say
Those
what's
are-
good. I mean, maybe like
I
entertaining.
mean, The Last Jedi was critically acclaimed.
All right. Point
As a
taken.
Star Wars fan,
But like,
that hurts.
I don't know. Like, is that the 7th one? Or 8th? I don't know. I only saw the 7th one. It's like I liked it like in like the theater, like when I was actually watching, but like after I like left
Thought about
and
it?
like was thinking about it, yeah, it's like I don't really know how I feel about that. I'm not a big Star like I've seen like the 6 movies and like I like the first like the original 3. Like I appreciate them, and the prequels are kind of
The prequels are pretty good in hindsight.
I mean, compared to where
Like
Star's
in the
going, maybe.
moment, they were just kind of like, eh. But like in hindsight of like now that we have like more input on the movies, like, yeah, they were actually pretty good.
I don't know. I mean, I like the third, like Revenge of the Sith, just because it's like, I mean, it has the coolest fight of the whole series. But
Sure.
I don't know. The Darth Maul fight's pretty cool as well. But
Yeah. I didn't.
I don't know. Their dialogue is just so bad in at least Return or Revenge of the Sith.
He is not. Yeah, George Lucas is not a good dialogue writer. He never
Yeah.
wrote any like the original dialogue. I don't think.
He shouldn't have, like that. I don't know. If
But
like one of
like
your like dialogue
the
points
themes
is,
and the sand,
I hate sand.
I love it. You know, like in Battlefront 2, if you play as and like, cause they added Anakin after a while,
Mhm.
and if you play as him on like a desert planet, he'll literally say, "God, I hate sand." Like as soon as you spawn in, he's just like, "I hate sand."
I don't know, but what was the main stormtrooper's name that like turns? Is it Finn?
Finn,
I don't know.
the
I thought it was
black
kind
guy.
of weird that like his
FN
like
2187.
yeah FN 2187. I think it's weird that like his like breaking point is whenever like a friend, I guess, the other stormtrooper dies, but like
Yeah,
later when he's escaping, he's blasting stormtroopers like in the thing and like cheering.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. It seems kind of
Like
weird.
from like yeah, like
Like that kind of
thematically, that the seventh movie's all over the place.
yeah. I mean, and
In
everyone
hindsight,
knows they're just like kind of remaking the series.
yeah,
Like
like in hindsight, it wasn't that bad.
I don't
I'm
know.
Again,
ready. I'm ready for the for the Skywalker saga to be over though.
I hope. I don't know. Like I just feel like at first, like there was nothing to see, but judging from the trailers, it's like, yeah, they might be doing something interesting.
They're doing. They dug into the books.
Which
They're
ones
they're
though?
literally just doing palp clones now, and confirming it.
Yeah, I've heard about that from
That was
one
never
of
a
our
good
friends.
storyline.
I've said before, like I really don't care for like extended universe stuff for like any
All right,
franchise really.
the EU was pretty hit or miss back in the day, but like the good stuff was amazing, and
The bad stuff
worse
was
than Lucas.
hilarious.
I don't
It
know.
was pretty bad. Like the Yusong Vong just as like a concept is cool, but like it's never done properly. Like, you probably don't know what that is. It's like, do you know why Emperor Palpatine was big planet destroying super weapons?
No idea, because I never cared enough about it. Like,
Yeah.
It wasn't because he was evil. It was because he was trying to save the.
Oh, of course, right.
Because in 20 years, the super race that uses planets as weapons comes out of nowhere and tries to destroy the galaxy. And the Death Star was supposed to be the counter to that. And then the rebels just had to blow it up.
Yeah, that's like the extended universe stuff I don't like. It's like, oh wow, the main story's dumb because look, the bad guys were good all along. I don't know. That seems
Yeah,
kind of cringe. Not gonna lie.
I like the stories that try to like set itself within canon of the movies and not like try to like add to it. Like uh, a lot of stuff with like the clone commander and shit. The video games were all really in terms of like their lore.
Yeah.
The Old Republic stuff was too.
are you ready for the Old Republic TV series?
The
That
Ryan
may or
Johnson.
may not actually be Old Republic.
I hope it's Old. Like I don't. Here's the
Well,
thing.
have you heard the
I
pitch?
no,
Okay, then. Like, they said it's the Old Republic.
but technically the Old Republic is the colors.
They said
Well,
it's the Old Republic, but they said 500 years, which is not
that,
right.
well, I mean that's still the Old Republic. That'd be like that
Not
wouldn't even
really
be
the
the
Old
hyper.
Republic.
I mean that wouldn't even be the hyperspace war. That'd be after the Reformation, which is like this weird thing. So that like there's no stories there. Nobody ever told stories in like Reformation period.
Like,
So
it sounds like they're just trying to condense like the Reformation and all that down, I just say, oh, the Old Republic ended straight into the movies, pretty much, like after 500 years.
Well, we know for a fact that like Republic's been around, and overall it's been around for 1,000 generations. But the modern Republic has been around 1,000 years. So I don't know what they tell, like what story they would tell. I guess like a Dark Lord
Yeah,
could
like
try, like maybe like Darth Plagueis's master. Like they relate it down. Because I don't know. I always thought Sidious was supposed to be like not just like 80, like not just human lifespan, but like Yoda type old, like hundreds of years old. I always got that vibe, but like I remember reading that somewhere, and like I've never been able to like that. But um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they would tell, because I know like Night's Old Republic, good shit like Mandalorian War, I Civil, and like the
yeah,
hyperspace.
like I would love a series
That was
based off the Mandalorian Wars.
here's the like, what would you do though? Because like I don't know. I know some people really like Knights of the Republic that Disney, like Ryan Johnson was heavily inspired by KOTOR 2, the Obsidian made one. And you could see it in The Last Jedi, but I don't think it was appropriate. Like, I don't know, toying with the idea of light and dark and all that. Like, for a video game, like, that's pretty interesting storyline. But, like, for a movie that's about fighting space Nazis, I don't know if you want to be toying with whether or not they're good. I don't know.
And you've watched the new trailer, right?
The one with the Swiss Army lightsaber?
Yeah, with Slits Arm.
Yeah. Like, I've seen it. Am I the only one that thinks Kylo Ren is the most interesting character? All the new characters.
You would not be wrong.
Like, he's the only one with an interesting arc.
I would say none of them seem really like. I've only seen the seventh movie, but like, eh.
It's like, I don't know, like, none of them are, like, none of the heroes are particularly likable. Like, I mean, I don't mind them, right, people as characters, but, like, they don't have an interesting arc to follow, which I think is a big.
Yeah.
I feel like Kylo Ren,
Have
like,
you guys seen Solo? I
I
imagine
have.
so. Like I haven't seen it, but like the premise of
I
that,
finally saw it. It was alright.
doesn't sound like it'd be good because like us like plot or story, like kind of the arc is the whole thing, and like Han Solo's arc isn't even like that big in like episode 4 or whatever, but
It
like
really
that's his
isn't.
entire character arc there. I don't know. I feel
Right.
like they're kind of missing the whole thing on some like prequel, like I don't know, just like the premise and setup doesn't sound good. I never cared for like Han Solo anyway. Like,
Same. But
I mean, I don't know why people do. Like, he's a sidekick. And like Harrison Ford
But
didn't
it's
really
Harrison
even like
Ford.
Harrison Ford.
Come on.
I love Harrison Ford, but
I
like
know he
Harrison
hates it.
Ford didn't like playing it. Yeah,
I know he hates that role. It's like what made him famous. But
I think Indiana Jones made it more famous. But
nah, maybe like as an individual. But I don't know. It's like I always liked it just because you know it's like he's a gunslinger. I don't know, like smuggler dude. But I I don't know. Like the prequel, like Solo. I enjoyed the movie. Like I thought it was actually pretty. And but it changed some stuff about Solo, like Han Solo, that I didn't appreciate. I guess kind of. Maybe I don't know. It stayed pretty close to
so what you were
the
expecting
book.
from it?
Yeah, like it stayed close to like the books and like the EU of what we already knew about Solo. So the but
I love how we went from I don't even know what to Star Wars.
yeah, I don't know how we got here, but
I don't know how we got here.
um,
we were talking about I was talking about Rotten Tomatoes and I was like the last
yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
right.
because I'm still on their site. I don't know.
I don't.
It was
I've seen like a lot of movies or like books or whatever do this. I don't like it when like everything is like connected. Like
what do you mean?
like I guess like a good example would be like games where like they use the same characters for all their games. Like I
Like
really like Resident Evil.
Metal
It's
Gear
like one of my
Solid.
favorite series, but like they use the
Oh,
same characters for like
fucking
all
Leon
the
Kennedy
games.
is just
Yeah.
like the one person in every accident.
Yeah, and people like the fans are like, "Oh my God, can this person return for another game?" It's like, do we need the same people? Like they've been through enough already. Like I don't know, it's just kind of like boring.
They've gone through enough emotional trauma. Can we not please
I
bring
don't know,
them
and
back?
like movies
You mean like
kind of
Die Hard?
yeah, like movies like kind of do it as well, but like I can't think like specifically, but a thing
Well,
where it's like, oh, this person who's like actually like real close to like something the main character like relate or something. Like you know what I'm talking about? Like I can't like
I know
say
like
exactly,
Die
but
Hard. Literally the plot of Die Hard is that John McClane
It's
is
the
like the
same
most
every single movie.
it's the most unlucky person because he just keeps getting into the same shit every movie that he just got done. Like the same organization, he just accidentally bumps into them every time, and it's like, well, shit.
Super unlucky, my guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care for like when stuff is like just too like connected. It
I
didn't
don't
feel
know.
like as realistic. I mean, realism shouldn't be like the main focus, probably, but I
I
don't
feel
know.
like I feel like a lot of things do it, but I feel like if if they've already set a precedent for it, I don't mind it as much. Like
Yeah,
if they do it, oh well. But like if they just stop doing it, it's just kind of like, well, that was kind of pointless. I don't know. Like I'm not saying I'm kind of burned from Metal Gear Solid, but like they kind of did that.
but Snake.
Yeah, like they just kind of like toyed with the idea of like all the people coming back for one final hurrah in like Metal Gear Solid 5, and like it never happened. It's like all the
Yeah.
things that we thought should have like been connected to all the other games, it wasn't connected in any way. Like I don't know, like because like Metal Gear Solid like has always played a lot with those like coincidences. It's like, oh yeah, this character, yeah, that was also this character who was in this game.
Yeah,
It's like
that's like stuff that I mean. It's like oh, like this
and
guy
like you,
is like
yeah,
returning
like
or
they
whatever.
kept yeah they kept retconning it too. Like in Metal Gear Solid 1, like first one's 98. There's this black dude in a prison cell, and right at the beginning of the game, you talk to him, and he just dies. Right, that's all he ever did in the next game. His character's over, and then years later, like Metal Gear Solid 3, they have another black character that's talks and stuff, and he's not named the same character or anything, but later they retconned it to where those are the same people, just like for no reason.
I think I know what you're talking about. I'm a little rusty
Like,
on Metal Gear.
have you ever played them?
I've seen them. I haven't played them like personally. I have
I
the
see.
fifth one, but I haven't played it yet.
I've played them.
It's pretty fun. Well, like in Metal Gear Solid 3, there's this dude named Sing It, and he's just a radio contact, but he's black.
Yeah,
And
I'm pretty sure I
so
know what you're talking
they
about.
connected him to literally the only other black in the entire game series. And they just made them the same person because why the fuck not?
I don't know. I was just thinking about
Probably
that
for
because
simplicity, but
yeah, I was just thinking about that because we were talking about Star Wars. I know like people like there's like some people that like want Rey's like family to be revealed to be like Jedi or like Skywalkers or some crap. It's like that's not necessary.
The thing about it though is that has the precedent that I was talking about because that's how the first 6 movies went. It's like
I
Luke
mean,
didn't have to be Darth Vader's son, but he was,
yeah,
and
but
it
they don't
set a
have to
precedent.
reuse the same thing though for this.
But they have been like for every movie is the thing.
I
Like
mean,
that's
now
just
now
kind
can
of
we
mean
the
talk about
thing.
the
can we
prequels
talk
were
about
prequels though, so it kind of has to.
yeah. Can we talk about the controversy that is saying that the main character for this next one isn't going to be Rey?
I hope it isn't.
It's supposedly supposed to be Kylo.
I hope so. He's the only interesting character,
Because it's called the Rise of Skywalker.
and he's the only
He's technically
Skywalker.
the only Skywalker we know of.
True. But here's the thing: like also in Star Wars, they have like a lore thing where like powerful Jedi are the children of other Jedi. So
She's not really powerful.
I mean,
She's
she's
really been
naturally
useless.
adept, but
Let's
she's naturally adept with it.
let me put this into perspective for you on how bad her character's written. First movie opens up, she's using a staff. All right.
Hmm.
Later on, she starts using a lightsaber. Lightsaber gets cut, and she decides to rebuild it to be a lightsaber instead of using what she's been using for years beforehand.
Honestly, like a saber staff is fucking awesome, but
Like a
nah, nobody
staff, a
else likes the
lance.
saber
Come on,
staff.
there's so many things that could have been used.
I want to. I want to see more like lightsaber types. Like, why is there like? Is there not? You're probably like, oh, extended universe, but like, is there not like a spear saber?
There is.
Yeah, there
In
is.
the
It's
extended
the, it's
universe,
the
there is
saber.
one.
Exactly. I'm talking about movie stuff.
Like,
There isn't, but like I'll send you a picture.
like in the movies, they've never done, but in the extended universe, they're all over the place,
Like,
and they're
yeah.
like the just using a saber isn't like I don't know,
Well,
like
there is an in-universe reason for that.
yeah, but like they had other weapons that they could use.
I want to see more like fighting
There's
styles explored. Even though the
there's
Jedi,
nunchuck.
yeah, I think the Jedi as a concept is kind of like dumb. Don't at me, but I don't know. It'd
I'm
be
not
cool.
going to.
That's kind of also an in-universe thing. It's like, yeah,
I mean, the Sith are also. I mean, they're both kind of.
they're pretty much
Eh.
the same
I mean,
thing.
that's not what it's about. It's just like the Sith is like just as bad as the Jedi, except like you're not allowed to have fun either. Like I don't know. It's but anyway. I don't know.
Like I
Like
said, there
why
are like
does
in-universe things for this.
yeah, but that's probably like done after the fact. It's kind of like
Yeah.
not logical. I would say if it's done afterwards, but I get it. But I don't know. Like it seems like all like good Jedi are like also like super good like swords fighters, but like it'd be cool if there's like a Jedi whose like main focus was like their force abilities and like they weren't that good with a lightsaber. I think, but
In the EU, there are a lot more. Like even like in the Clone Wars TV show, you'll see like Jedi who. There is like one episode where there's this really old Jedi who like just doesn't use a lightsaber, but he can use the Force pretty well. And that's kind of what Yoda's stick is like he's always been like
except when he jumps all over the place.
yeah, like well that's probably just because he's been around for like hundreds of years, but he generally speaking uses the Force above anything else. Like he doesn't use his lightsaber as like the first means of like trying to take down an opponent. Like he will normally try to use the Force.
Yeah.
And like I want to get all like fucking extended universe type shit. People like the lightsaber colors have something to do with that. So blue lightsabers indicate a Jedi Guardian, who are like the lightsaber focused warriors, and that's why if you notice, every single Jedi pretty much uses a blue lightsaber because
Yeah.
they're the cool ones. They're the ones with like all the combat. All the other colors, specifically green and yellow, focus
Which
on other
yellow
things.
isn't covered very much, so
Yellow, nobody ever uses yellow because nobody. I love the yellow, like the Jedi Sentinels, who are like
awesome.
they focus on their craft, like skills, like working their mind rather than body. Like if it was like a fucking Dungeons and Dragons type thing, they'd be like your rogues who like pick locks and shit.
Yeah.
They focus a lot on like the more intellectual stuff, whereas like Kunzelers, which are the green lightsabers, they focus on force powers. Said like they don't really focus on the lightsaber much. They have one, but they don't really use it much. It's more like they are like very force adept and like they try to focus on the secrets of the force.
And purple is specifically for Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. You literally that's just
Like it's used by the Sith in the EU.
there have been Sith that use it, like for instance Darth Revan, who was like an EU Sith Lord, had a red and a purple. Like those are his
Like-
colors.
Like
Well,
going back to like the Old Republic, purple is very established with the Sith.
yeah, like the Sith just use purple.
Alright, if like
In
I was gonna say if I had to like if I was gonna make like a Star Wars thing, like with the given stuff, I feel like more instead of like the Jedi being so established and like the Sith being so established. That'd be cool if like I don't know, just like the planets they're on, they weren't really like cared for, like just like kind of like more random people just had lightsabers because like the Jedi like couldn't enforce anything. I don't know. I feel like a premise like that would be interesting.
Like just more people with the Force
Not
rather
like with
than
the
just
Force, but just
with lightsabers.
like with lightsabers, kind of like reflecting that like they're not like their order isn't like respected or anything. Like, and people aren't really like scared of them, kind of thing. Because like they might be
I don't
tough,
know.
but like eventually, like if there's a lot of people, like they're probably like, yeah, we just
Yeah.
take them down.
Like the thing about the Jedi is that like
And they don't do anything anyway. So
like Warrior isn't like that good in combat. Like Jedi are pretty alright. Like if you put them up against like 3 or 4 people, like they'll probably kill them.
yeah,
But
I was just saying, like they won't be
if
scared. So like, oh, we got like 12,
right,
12 people, and like we have a lightsaber too. Probably not like that good with it, but they got it.
yeah, like there have been like people that just fought the Jedi for a living. Not like the Mandalorians are very famous for like being able to kill Jedi in one-on-one combat and being like some of the only people to be able to do so. Just because like that's kind of what they trained to do over generations.
Yeah,
Not because like they hate the Jedi or anything. It's just 'cause that's what they do. Like it's very like weird in lore, but also like a lot like I said, like the Jedi on an individual basis are not very good combatants. Like you see like the Masters work and like Anakin, who's like the chosen one and shit. Like you see them in the movies because they're like the most experienced and like the most fun to watch because they can do
yeah.
massive combat. But a normal run-of-the-mill Jedi, like just Jedi Padawan or Knight, couldn't
Yeah,
nearly do anything that they do in the movie.
I understand. I just mean like kind of like the Jedi like institution as a whole, and probably the same for the Sith. But I mean,
I,
my idea is kind of like detaching more from like the fantasy part of it, I guess. Where like, oh,
Make
there's
it
good,
more
there has to
realistic.
be evil, kind of thing. Yeah, but
like the Force controls everything.
yeah, I don't really
It's
care
a
for stuff like
religion.
that. Like I really like Harry Potter, but like the kind of like towards like the final books or movies where they're talking about like the power of love and stuff. I don't really care for it. I'll be honest. And kind of the same with Star Wars. Like the whole like Force yin yang thing. It's like I guess whenever it first came out, like in the 70s, it wasn't bad, but like it feels a little like kind of cliche now.
I mean, they made the cliche almost.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't. I feel like it's more fresh in Star Wars just because like
I don't know.
it has more implication because there's like already like established stuff. Like if you just threw that into a movie, like it would probably be weird. But since from day
I mean,
one that was kind of their
I would say it's. I mean,
thing for like 30 years,
it's too late to like do this now. But like I'm saying, that's
I kind of think I guess I see what you're saying. We're like I don't know, like where you see like a more down to earth perspective of the Star Wars.
yeah. I just don't like. I don't really like the idea of destiny either, because it's like kind of like force stuff. If it's like good and evil, like
Destiny
predetermined,
forces it.
it feels like just it detracts from like any struggle, right? Because it's
Well,
like, oh, well, everything's just predetermined anyway, so like the good guys are gonna
the
win, kind of thing, or everything's gonna
not really.
balance
Well,
out.
think about it. Well, I mean, the good guys didn't win in three. Like the entire prequels is all about the bad.
Well, yeah, but it balances out, quote quote, Return of the Jedi
Right, and then like in
crap.
the next movie, the good guys win. So like,
I just don't
if
think
you
it.
have
Yeah.
new movies, you don't know because the
But
Force
we
isn't
know
good.
who's gonna win here.
Do we though?
I mean, I don't
Yeah, we
mind
do.
like good guys winning. Like that's not like what I'm arguing. I'm
That's
saying
not
like
the issue.
the
It's that it's
predetermined. The it's like the Force feels like kind of like a predetermination thing. Like
It sets things in motion, but like it's more of a like after the fact thing. Like you can go back and say, "Oh yeah, well I guess the Force wanted this to
I
happen," kind
mean,
of thing.
maybe I don't know, they just kind of set it up like that. I feel.
Well, it's like Darth Vader's entire like character arc. It's like during the fact it was just he was doing things based on what he wanted to do, but like after the fact you could point to, well, the Force probably made him do all this, or like not really made him, but like was the reason, like it was predetermined. because he's like the chosen one, and he's supposed to bring balance to the Force, and like the Jedi interpreted that as killing the Sith, but it's literally like he brings balance as a Jedi and no Sith, and like by the end he's killed all the Jedi and the last remaining Sith.
Like, what a
Yeah.
legend.
Yeah, like after the fact you can look at it, it's like, oh yeah, I guess.
I don't know. It
Kinda
seems like too convenient though to be like just set up, but I don't know if that was a thing before the prequels though. So maybe it was just set up afterwards.
What?
The balance of the Force crap.
Oh yeah, that was the prequels mostly.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I would do. All I'm saying. But
Like a down to earth Star Wars thing. Like it'd be interesting. That's
That's
kind
what
of
I hope the Mandalorian's gonna do.
yeah. Solo tried to do some of that, especially with like depiction of the Empire as like just being a government body instead of being these horrible
That's all they
people.
are.
Yeah, like he just goes to like the Empire recruitment and like it's just a nice recruiter dude. Like he's not like evil trying to manipulate him. He's just like, oh, you want to join up? Okay. It's just like, and they're
Like-
just a government.
yeah, I don't
The
care
real question
for...
here is
Oh, what?
why was there ever a resistance
To what?
to the Empire?
Like the rebels?
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I don't
I mean,
know.
it's
What
it's
was
not
the
it's,
terrorists?
it's not
Like-
oh they're terrorists. I mean they did blow up a planet.
Yeah, they
Like-
blew up government installations. Like they're just people working there. They're not evil.
Like, seriously, what caused the rebellion? Because as far as I
They
can
don't
tell,
really explain
the
it.
Empire was like helping bring it together.
Yeah, like the Empire just reformed. Well, it's I guess they try to explain that in sort of the prequels, like episode 3. The leaders of the rebellion were like senators from the old republic, and they're trying to reform the republic because that's what the alliance is. They're not just rebels; they're the rebellion alliance to reform the republic. Like that's like the full title.
Just stick with an empire. Like, it doesn't matter here.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
Like-
But I mean, you could say that about Rome. It's like, why did they kill Caesar? Even though, like, because like
You could say that about anything. Just conform, lol.
exactly, like you could just like make that argument. Any
But-
type of rebellion.
Like, but the issue was they never like
It's
What
never like
sparked
in
it?
the movie. Yeah,
yeah, like nothing's ever explained.
It's,
Like,
it's not
why
really
did it pop up?
I
What
guess it's not
caused
the
it?
focus, but yeah, it's kind of weird.
I mean, it's the idea
Like,
that like
it's-
just the
it's a-
Empire evil period,
Like I said,
and then like you
it's-
look at the EU and
like I
they're
said,
not-
Star Wars seems more personal than like about like the greater implications of like why things are happening. Because really, all Star like 4 through 6 just seems like the Luke and like Vader discovery.
Back
I
and-
guess I don't know, back and forth.
yeah.
That's the main focus. Like kind of the rebellion's like a, I don't say it's like a side drop, like a backdrop.
There's a
but
background to what they're doing. Yeah.
yeah,
Hashtag Star Wars podcast now.
I guess so. I guess so. Still.
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 Uh,
But
do we want to call it? We've been going for like an hour or 20 minutes, or do we want to keep this going?
I want to keep talking about Star Wars.
Like, we can keep talking about Star Wars, just on podcast.
Do we want to? What can you tell us about the book, Bill?
What?
What does the book say? We are what?
What the fuck are they yelling? What? Oh, like it's shit. I fucked it up. I know what you're saying now, but like I fucked it up in the moment.
All right.
But we were
So
blessed. Anchors.